Robert Jenrick's campaign manager in the leadership election between Badenoch and Jenrick. What do we make of this, Gawain? Obviously, you're going to say it's seismic and incredible and monumental and a turning point in history, aren't you?
It's significant. It is absolutely significant. To my mind, it's more significant than in 2014 when Douglas Carswell joined UKIP, mainly because Carswell did so from a position on the periphery of the then Parliamentary Conservative Party. And the UKIP was essentially at that point a pressure group to get one single thing done. This time, it's somebody who's at the very heart of the Conservative Party on the backbenches. And it is somebody who is one of the intellectual heavyweights of the Tory party. He's not excitable in any way. He's never been perceived to be as such. He was on my wish list, but not on my hope list.
Yes, that's interesting. I mean, most people didn't have him high up the defection watch list or, I guess, your recruitment list. Yeah, he wasn't in the top 4 or 5 on that, I don't think.
No, but he was certainly on my wish list. His seriousness, but the seriousness with which he approaches his parliamentary duties, there may be disagreements on his position on the assisted dying bill, but the way that he performed during that process, day after day, the hard work, line after line, was an exemplary example of what a backbencher can do and should do. And that attention to detail is something that we will enjoyed to having on board. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, this is somebody who knows the ropes. He worked at number 10. We need that level of experience. He's extremely important to us on a number of reasons. And he also comes across as a thoroughly nice bloke. And that is also a good thing. There doesn't seem to be a prickly side to him, which I think is going to be very important.
Yeah, I've met him once or twice. He's definitely a very cerebral sort of guy. Came over lunch with a couple of times. He is a deep thinker. He therefore interacted quite a lot with think tanks. He's very interested in policy detail.
He was policy director of the CPS, wasn't he?
Yeah,
that's when I first met him. Was when he was that. So he's been doing interesting stuff. He was a lead writer on the Telegraph for years, and so on and so forth. He has a great deal of bottom, as they used to say. Now, and also it's interesting. If you think in Wiltshire, in the East Wiltshire, whilst Reform picked up some council seats in his patch, and he mentioned in his speech today the regret he had for some of the Reform taking Tory council seats at that time. During the general election in Wiltshire, where I was based at the time, his was the one constituency where it was hard to get reformers to go out fighting.
Right.
Because they liked him. And his voting track record over the last few years, what he was saying in public, very much chimes with the broader agenda that Reform have. Really, he should have been much higher on everybody's watch list, given his voting record, given what he's been saying over the last few years. So it's a surprise, but not a shock.
Yeah. And I guess from your perspective, a very welcome surprise.